Hello everyone, today we are going to play some MCR and it's a different kind of Mahjong and I just want to showcase this type of Mahjong. I might be playing a little bit more uh, but we will see what will happen. Uh, we might have a... we are trying to get like perhaps an old types going or upper mixed triple sequence or mixed shifted. That is are the options now. We can't really go anything in that. Being dealer doesn't do anything. We are keeping that dragon here for our old types. I'm quite proficient, I would say, in MCR, but I haven't played it online yet. This like the first, wait, it was like guys waiting. The call like kinda wrecks me, but we can't really go. The 5 month already is 3 months card. We are moving towards an old types, and then perhaps a mixed triple sequence or mixed shifted or something. We need a red dragon though, and we need a 7 of characters. But middle tiles are really easy to get. Yeah, also 7 pairs one away if we get the 5 of characters, but I think this is better. The 7 here is in the core here on the right. The south is unfortunately tapped, but we can still pull the 9. That's the last 5 man. And that is a mixed triple sequence. The last tile as well. For 4 points, and then a lot of smaller points. You lose 8 points. You lose always 8 points if you don't deal in. And like Riichi Mahjong, you always lose 8 points if you don't win. Or like if it gets to a draw, no one loses anything. A draw, you don't pay 10 by payments or anything. We are just playing efficiency here with a seconds discard. And let's see what we can get. We have a Zhao hand, a close Zhao hand, but it's only if you shimo the pinful basically, you only have 6 points, so you still need 2 more points with all sequences. Hence, all sequences doesn't have to be waiting on a two-sided wait in MCR. You're keeping the 7 of thoughts here for the mixed shifted. One of the more important combinations, most of the more common combinations. You can't really keep it. The pin tiles to look expensive against Toyman. And Kamita will probably win. Oh, the 5 got burned here. It's 16 deals, so it's actually quite long. I don't know how long it takes. I just wanted to test it because I want to play some duplicate tournaments in the future of MCR. We don't really have any combination. We just don't have any combination here, so we are still struggling for a combination. That's why we're keeping the 2 here around. We kind of want a 2 pin pair here for the 7 and the 6 of P. 7 character 6 of P for the mixed shifted old south hand. We just don't have anything here. It's standby. We are waiting, but we don't have enough value. It's a close old south hand for 6 points and then 7 points for the middle weight. So we need 1 more point somewhere. Like if we get a 6 of thought, we get a mixed straight, and that is what we are going for. We could go the other way for the double 1, 2, 3 for the 1 more harm or 1 more farm. That is, he will be seeing the 7, and we will be it takes you into partial. We missed the 1 here. Unfortunately, we would have enough on Sumo here. You can slide here. No, we can't really slide. You can wait on the 5 instead, but it doesn't do much. We need a 6 here, or we basically need a 6. We actually have enough on Sumo. We actually have enough. Because we have a short straight 4, 6, 7, 8. We have exactly 8 points. Close is 4. Sow hand is 2. Close weight is okay. There are the 5s. Close weight is 1 and short straight is 1. Really dynamic, or like you really need to calculate every time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm counting 3, 6, 9, 2, 5, 8. I think we are just going for knitted hands. Just keeping all the options alive, but we have double 147, which is kind of bad. We have like 147. We need like a mixed straight. We now it's going to be can we unsort? It's going to be 147, 258 in the pin tiles, and then the 369 here in the bamboo tiles. The pure state looks good, to be honest, but it's just way too far from any hands. Even though it's 30 shapes that we can call, it's not really there. We can just cut 4 and do 7, 9 into 2. These are one of the things that you can do in MCR, which you really can't do in many other Mahjong variants, is convert those needed hands. You are 2 away here. We need a white dragon and the south, north. The north and the south are both twice cut, and then we need the 3 of bamboo here. If you get the mixed or the it's not the mixed straight, it's the knitted straight. It's 12 plus 12. If we get all the honors, or 1 copy of each, we have 24 points as well. So you can keep a pair here for safety, but it's most likely mixed shifted here on the left. With this 2 of dot here in the pond. It's basically what I put them on here on the left, but you don't really have to defend in MCR, like it's really not a thing. It's really just whatever. If you deal in, the white second has been 3 times cut. But you don't need all the types. It is kind of the advantage over Kokushi. You just don't need every single type. If one is dead, you can still easily win, I would say. We are not even 1 away here, and the wins are pretty bad. The north is 1 tile, the right is 1 tile. I assume it's all triplet Santa Claus. It's very common. It's like a noob trap, I must say. It's not that strong. We can defend here with the 5 man. We can just not toss that. We are choking the east here.
Gang.
The monster are pretty sus. The middle monster are pretty sus. We are 1 away, so we have to push here, and then we have the 1 here, and we need the 8 pin. West, north, south. And it's very bad, everything except for the 8 pin, but we will see what we get. We can keep more safety here with the west. The east blocker is pretty good here. False who? Okay. I don't know what they get. Minus 25 points, it seems. I didn't. Okay, I just didn't. I just had to figure out what's going on there. I just don't know what the penalty is or for the false who. It's usually -10. We don't have enough points, but I just didn't figure it out in time. We are trying to get an all types here. There's nothing that we can do with this 8-9 except for the mix shifted, but it's not that great here, I think. We can get an all types, we can get a 7 pairs hand as well. We can pass this. We need a red dragon, and then we can try to get all types. Or we can try to get. We can try to keep it close. Now the tune is the red dragon is almost a skip, I think. Because we have to cut a wins here for efficiency. Well, we can better go for 7 pairs, I think. And me a mixed ratio. With the upper 7, 8, 9 of PAM, but it can still be a lot here. It can still be a lot. 2, 3 pins, one here on the left and here one in the comp. I expect some mix shifted here on the right. There's Kansai Chitoi in MCR, so you can have a triplet or a 4 of a kind in your hand. The pin downs do look good, but there are already 2 5 pins. We are trying to get the best here, of course, for the all types. It's not open all type, but it's still 6 points. It's like broken. It's like the stupid combination. Like also unintended. Like all types usually means that you have one set in each, but with 7 pairs hands, you just defy the logic basically. I don't know why we are defending with this 6. Well, it's basically a defensive card here, but we will still be pushing for Tempai hand. The 8 should still be okay. We are like Futon on it, but there's no Futon in this in MCR, so it's really not really. We are basically doing some safety cards, like the 3-6 just deals in, or like the 3 doesn't deal in because it's not enough. The self pick or the Shimo is so broken in this game mode. We would almost better be off dealing in. We have a kind of bad hand. I don't see that like obvious combinations, like a 1, 2, 3 perhaps, but nothing that's outstanding or like that's obvious. Like the 7 pairs is like something that I definitely would consider here with only 2 pairs, but the pure straight is like the go-to Raku is 16 points. It's too broken. It's actually too broken, especially because you have pure shifted as well. It's like the 7 pairs, the pure straight, the pure shifted are busted, and then the small 3 dragons is broken as well. It's also broken for some reason. I don't really know why. We can even just score that with the 7 here, and then we are just floating with this 5 here, and then we still try to upgrade this 3. So the 3 of bamboo here. Or we see. Nope. Okay. You're threatening a lot here. Like it might be like upper 7, 8, 9, but we discarded 9 already for the mixed rate, and we can still have a lot of things like a pure straight, mixed triple. You can technically still have a mixed shifted here. We don't have Raku, or we don't have enough on the 6G. We are down quite a lot of points here because the person on the left Oh, the tree is now punked. It's really sad. It's actually very sad. We can win on the fourth tile, the last copy. We double C. Sunken. Perhaps 606. So I didn't think too hard on that decision. The 3 pin will never come out. Or like if people are defending, the 3 pin should usually not come out. We can still have 7, 8, 9 mon here. But with 2 8 mons here, it's really unlikely. But we are just pushing everything here. We are having 16 points plus 4 tiles for the last tile, voided suits, or tiles, side weight or edge weight. There's still something that we can have here, but with this 7 of thought here in our pond, I would read that I have a 1, 2, 3, and if I draw a 3 as my opponents, I know that deals in 100%, but you can just push everything here. Like, we have enough hand value. We just, like, this is like the boring button, all types, I have on the left, but like, it's not like that we can care though. The east will likely deal in. Yeah, it's the east, or social, but it's likely the east. Hey, they are not on the south, they may not even be Tempai. Sometimes they aren't even Tempai. And I don't think they are Tempai here actually. You can just push. Minus 22. Mix shifted. Lost tile as well, really. Really, they were also waiting on 1 tile. That's a garbage player. It's actually so garbage. Like that is like the degeneracy of MCR. People are just always lacking very bad weights. Just like, well, just apparently no reason. They really like to wait on like a single tile. While in Riichi, you always say to maximize your win rate and like maximize your Shimo chances. In MCR, it's just like any weight will do, and then like the middle tiles also come out way more easily in MCR because people don't converge to the middle because of the combinations. You're trying to get like I think we got a 7 here. It's an interesting 7, but like we have to keep the 4 around for perhaps a mix shifted or something here, and we can still keep the boost rate. We don't have enough if we just play efficiency. You have a close sow hand, and then we need 2 more points of value, and we don't have it. We can actually call that. Like in DC, I would never call this, but it's actually very good in MCR, of course. Like in DC, you can just keep it close, you know, but you can just cut the 7. It's not a pure state, so you can just see the other side. Okay, I was trying to join another table apparently. I just didn't see that I was down there. We come in on the 7 no matter what. Basically just Shimakiri now, everything. We are like future, but like it doesn't matter in MCR. You can just win on the data to you. There was one time someone has just got a red dragon, and I had like a 7 pairs waiting on that red dragon once got, and the person who got the red dragon had 2 red dragons in their hands. For some reason, it just didn't make any sense. We think they have a mix shifted here. Like that's like the obvious combination. There on the right, they don't need the 7, or they already have the 7. So they have either the 6 or the 8.
Hú.
You have a pure straight and then a void suit, and then no honors. It feels like a Toto Honitsa hat with a white second pawn, and then we will see if what we get afterwards. I don't like the speculative calls, but that is something that is also done very much in MCR. Just like call everything and then just find 0 points later on. But I'm more. I'm not like that type of player. Like I'm also more of a Riichi player who keeps our hand just closed and makes sure that I always have 8 points. No matter what, we might have a 7 pairs and we might even skip the right second. Because I don't think we can really skip it though. The open hand is just fast, so we kind of need one more good block, or like 2 more blocks basically. But we now have a red dragon pair, 2 dragons is 6 points, and then if we get a green dragon, we will wait on it, of course. Yeah, it's so Sangan, the small 3 dragons is so broken. Like I really don't know who came up with the scoring. It's 64 points, which is equivalent to like a Rakuman, or like it's equivalent to other Rakumans, basically in MCR. And the combination is just way more likely because you don't need a triplet of the tail dragon. It's just so broken. You can almost choke the dragons after 1 second ping, but 2 dragons is not that strong because it's only 6 points, and it's really difficult to get 2 more points with the other 3 blocks. It's really difficult. Or like you can have a bad weight, but you don't really want a bad weight. We can call the 9 and the 4 with the ping. But we kind of want to wait on the Queen Dragon if we get the Queen Dragon, and then you're happy. Of course. Sabo probably is okay. 3 mana is 1 card, and then this looks Pinshu heavy across, and then Shimotsa here on the right might have a 9 because of the mix shifted here. If people have like a non-prime Sao and they don't look all types, they all like always have like a mix shifted. That is like they can have a chicken hand, but it's so rare. You do sometimes also see it, but you can ignore the chicken hands as the defense. We now have a Suchi trap. Not that people are going to care though. It's pure shifted. It's so broken, and the self-picked Shimo is also too broken. Keep the 2 of thought for the lower Chaos, but I don't know if the 6, 7, 8 was better. But we have a 5 here for the mix shifted anyway. Like we are just trying to get a self pick here, or closed Chao hands, or simples. Oh, currently down, well not that much, but we are like down 2 hands. We basically need to win 2 consecutive hands to catch up. I think we are just trying to get a closed Chao hand here, and then the short straight, a pure mixed double Chao for the 8 points. It's gold and got a 6 here, so we know that the 9 7-8 here is connected to the Raku or the value is related to the value. So that is should be something that you should note, but it's not like that we can do anything about it. Close all south or close all symbols is basically the same thing, and that is a very early mix shifted, and it is a self pick as well. Your North Seed here and the West round, like half of the game still going. I kinda also want to test my skill online because I'm beating everyone in my own club, and I'm not even like a MCR player. I'm basically a Riichi player who just plays efficiency, and then just wins like 36% of the hands or something like that. But there are people who just don't make, who basically can't make a hand, kinda like that. They just can't make a hand, or like, if you can't make like a hand for like hands, like close hands for like 4 points +2 or something, you're just never going to get anywhere in MCR. It's basically just like the open hands in Riichi Mahjong. If you can't get Yakuhai or Tanda, you're basically screwed. Like if you only know Riichi, you're basically screwed. We have 2 concealed here, which is 2 points. He got a clean jack and pair here, unfortunate, but you can. It's a difficult decision there. We are definitely trying to get a close hand here, or like a triplet base hand, but we have to bring here. Hopefully we can self-draw it, but both are one shot here, and the clean was one shot as well. We were still like 7 pairs, 1 away. It's always kind of sad to have a ping hand. It's really cheap. It's just very cheap unless you get like unless you get a self pick, which is very because the weight is always bad. And the close 3 triplets for 12, it's not 12, it's 16. That is like our value here. The self pick here is our value, and this. Like it's out, yeah. Like there's nothing that you can do when you have like we should pass that. Like and sometimes people would go there, but you lose out on the self pick for 16 points, and you don't gain anything. I deal, it shouldn't deal in actually. People do skip long sometimes, or skip the win off of the table. Not a close triplet hand, or not a triplet hand here. With a self pick. You're almost lost. There's actually also a timer, so you actually have a time limit, which is, let's see, 30 minutes. It's 1 hour. Oh, it's 80 minutes. 80 minutes. So you aren't like trapped into the forever, like in Riichi Mahjong, where you can be trapped forever, or like theoretically you can be trapped forever. We are 1 away here, but we might not have enough value. we need a bad way. We have enough value if we sumo or if we self-draw. We have a, oh no, I think we do. We have a close Zhao hand, which is 4+2, and then we have a bad weight and a short straight here, so we always have enough, but the weight is always bad, which kind of sucks. We are trying to get a 4-5-6 here with a 5 of bamboo. We can't open, but hopefully we just draw it ourselves, right? We missed all symbols here with the 8 of dot.
Peng.
We kinda have to keep that. We can cut the 8 here. There's no straight because of 3 9s, 3 1s. Otherwise we should try to keep it, but we have the mixed shifted or the mixed south here with the 5. The 3 is now twice cut, so we are looking for the 2-4 of dot cut. Keep the 5 going mixed shifted or something like that. That's the last one of character. Once you have like a hand like this, you can't really give your hand up unless you see like a very dangerous hand for 30 points or something. Not a self-draw, but mix shifted. A lot of self-draws. But I'm more interested in the duplicate tournament. So I just test this client for MCR today here, and then I will be trying the duplicate tournament. Duplicate meaning that you are playing the same hands as everyone else, the rule is the same, so the goals don't affect it, and then you're basically not playing against your opponents here, but you're playing against other people playing the same hand, and that makes it really interesting. And then you really see the difference in terms of skill. Can you squeeze out every single point of value? Well, are you just a bad player? Or like, you can be both, but I need to focus on like these bad hands. What can I really do here? Like there might be a mixed straight here if we told the way we mixed the mixed straight. We actually missed it. We actually missed the mixed straight with the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 here, and the bamboo and the 7, 8, 9. But I'm just so used to moving towards the middle. And 7 pairs is the sub superior, but we should have a 9 of dot here instead of the 6 for the pure or for the mixed straight, which we can open for. You should always try to have one open hand in mind, and then like you have backups for close hands, of course. The 7 has been twice cut. I don't know why we keep the two-sided weight here, because it's just never getting used. We are one away. Unfortunately, we don't have extra values. We would love to have the red dragons with the vest here for all types, but unfortunately we don't. The 6 is next to on the chopping block, but this is better than the 4 here, I think. The 4 does look cool, but there's only one left, and the value is really marginal. We have to cut the 6 here, and then the 2, so we don't deal in here on the left. The 2 actually has perhaps a higher deal in rate. I probably should have cut the 2 first instead of the 6. We might be dealing in here, but it is what it is. The 3 has been like twice cut already, so it's we can't keep it. We can always pair up the 2 here, but the bamboo does to look expensive. Each card is twice cut, so I don't put them on a waiting hand. The 8 of dot looks good, but the 2 is better, I think. I don't know, the 1 was Datashi here, so they might have a 2-1 pair here on the left. But I didn't see the 3, so I think it's still good. I think it's still good, actually. They might have a mixed shifted, or they have a pure shifted. It's also a possibility, but I don't know if I could put Kami on a 2-1 pair.
胡
That they probably don't have it. But we got a massive hand here. 7 pairs is always massive, especially with self-drawn. It's so broken. We are like only like 60 points behind, which is still pretty. It's not like a small hand or anything, but
吃
it's really recoverable. We gained like 30 points from everyone, so we gained like a 120 point swing from to everyone. We are not them by yet. We are something. We will still. Do we pawn or do we not? I would usually spawn the Rakuhai here in Riichi, but I'm not 100%. Like calling is faster. Yeah, we should just call. We should just call. But the 7 pairs is so broken. I'm really on the edge. But the Rakuhai is like the only thing that we really want to call anyway. And still keeping like a normal hand in mind. Calling is faster, especially now with this 2. But if we don't get the Rakuhai, we won't be calling, I think. Because we are also 7 pairs 1 away. Because
胡
waiting there for the self pick is really greedy. But the fair rule here is actually the 7 pairs and not the half flush. The half flush is only 6 points, so it's like it looks aesthetically, it looks nice, but the real value comes from the 7 pairs still. It's kind of funny, but it is what it is. Like you don't get any more points for a closed flush or an open flush. It's just the same thing. You're leading now in the north round because he had 2 7 pairs and 1 self pick. We should have kept the ease. It's trash cards. We are not playing well with this hand. We might try to set up for a second hand here because we don't have 1, 2, 3. We just don't have anything here. Like we can set up for a second hand. It's tricky. It's really tricky. We should have probably kept it. The second hand is too difficult here, I think. Skip. I was thinking about it for sure. 2 here is okay because we can still get the mix shifted here. We would love to have the 1, 2 here for the 1, 2, 3, but it is what it is. We still keep the 5 around. We need it for a second hand as well if we want a second hand, but it's really difficult to get a second hand here. Now plenty of value options or like one things like a pure double or mixed double sequence here, short straight here as well. The last south. I like this last south actually can deal into some needed hands and of course the 30 north hands. We don't know what we're doing. We really don't have any points, or like we just never have enough points. Or like if we get it close here, like closed is 4 plus 2 of the right second with the 4 suit is 7. So we still need 1 more value and 1 more source of value. We might get the 4th. We might get the 4th 4 pin, but that is only when you wait on it, not like here. We don't have anything else. We have 7 points here. I'm pretty sure we don't have enough. We don't have a outside or like a terminal south here. We should have. If we had like the 5 so card instead of the 8 so here, he would have a short straight on the 4. And we would have a pure double sequence here. I just want to figure out if we had value options there, but like I don't think there's any value options. The fourth one, so I only see 3. I don't know here. I really don't know, but I'm pretty sure we don't have enough. We can wait on the last 4 pin. Or like there's only 1 tile left. Like I don't know. Like I'm a bit panicking here, also because of the timer. But the T wasn't good, I think. But it's what it is. Like we have like 7 points, which really sucks. It was close, +2 with a void suit. Yeah, that's difficult. Yeah, I wonder if we could have played differently, or like if we could have gone 6 so, but then I think we pass. 6, and then we can win on the 9, on the Shima on the 9. I didn't see any like lost tiles or anything. We can actually call it. It's not the craziest thing. We can even keep it. We can just keep the 7s here around. We can have a pure straight or something. We can have a half flush here as well. We should probably force a half flush because I don't really see the value without with the 7 pin 7 so. I do lose a bit of I do lose like Riichi Mahjong terms in MCR, but it's just like how I learned it anyway. I got a closed simples old south also like Mentan pin. we need a 5 here for the booster rate, and it was kind of necessary to cut a pin here. We would love to have more honors, but we have now our final wage. The 5 has already come out here from the person on the left. Our value is the full flush here, or the pure straight is 16 points. It's still pretty big, but it really depends on if the person on the left feeds me more tiles, and they are probably not that scared here with the 2 of characters. You will be seeing the 7 if we get it. Not much else, so the 5 of course, but the 5, the second 5. It's going to be an east donkey here. If we get it, the pure straight that is, or like if we get any template that is, but it will be pure straight currently. We can pass this. The Naiman is 1 left. We can. No, that is not tempai. I was like, it shouldn't be tempai, and it isn't. It's the 5 and the 6, 9. And the 9 can be bumped as well. You have a massive hand here. If we get a 9 and then a 5, we have a pure straight full flush for 16 plus 24. And there's a dealing for all bumps. We are really tight here. We are east. We have a garbage hand, 147. We don't have a mix, or we don't have a not needed hand here. We just have to try to get some mix shifted going on. Perhaps some mixed trade here with a 1, 2, 3, 1, 4, 5, 6 pin, 7, 8, 9. So we will be calling only that. We will be only calling that if it doesn't happen. the thing in MCR, like I'm usually like instantly sewing, and you should usually wait a bit because people will ping way more often. People will ping way more often. We will be calling the 1, 2, 3 here as well in the show. Should to threaten the pure straight, and then we have a bad weight at the end, but it is what it is. The 6 of characters is kind of useless, but still with a we can still get a like a pure or not a pure. We can still get a mix shifted. Technically, we are still setting up for the mix shifted, and we will see if we get the 2 or the what we get basically. The 3 one is of course the best C, and then we have to decide what we want. If we want the mix shifted or if we want the mix today, because we can't have both in this hand. It's not, we can't hatch both. After the next roll we can't hatch both, but for now it's still okay. The 6 it's actually also kinda decent for the pure straight. It's just more value, but we will keep the 6 here for sure. We have like this hand where we have to keep every single tile. Like we don't have any flexibility here. We can see everything though, which is pretty nice. We can't keep it. Like in Riichi you would keep it of course, but here we just can't keep it. We are just aiming for the win here. Like there's no point in trying to dodge people here. We are still a bit far away, I must admit, but people are calling very lightly as well. I wonder if that Tombo or like the Faust who make a different was the difference maker here. Yeah, not even east something or something. We are like we really need the person on the left to assist me, and we have it now, or like we have the mixed. We can not use the 1 here. We need the 4 here and the 3 1 here. And we don't have, we have the mixed, the mix shifted here with old cells for 6+2, 1 Scott, Sushi Trapper as well, but it doesn't matter. It just doesn't matter. It's just waiting for people, for someone to win here. It's like you can't give up the hand here. There's just nothing to do here. Like if we deal in of course, but like Team Innocent wills, unless it's like 30 plus points, but I don't think anyone has a 30 plus points hand. You have an extra point for the side weight as well, by the way, but it's just so minor. You just count to 8 and then you just stop counting, and then when you have to score you just count the little points, but just make sure that you have 8 points. That is like the key. There is no tempeh payment, so if it's Kasiri Ryukyu or Excelsior Throw, I mean, I don't think Tournament is even waiting there. Then we just got 0 points, and then we have a small lead going into all loss. They were waiting on the back. Okay, 13 points, taking the lead there after us. Oh, they don't have the lead. We have to win their hands here. Like the scores are so close that everyone, or like any win from any person, will just end or be is fierce. Everyone will be fierce if they win the hand. We are hopefully setting up for some mixed straight here with the 1, 2, 3 character, 4, 5, 6 bamboo, 7, 8, 9 of thought here. And will be adjusting my terminology and my things to match like the MCR terminology and not the Riichi ones, but for now it's kinda still a bit scarf, but like I'm basically a Riichi player, but I will fix it for later. I think we are just going to go for the mixed straight here. We have a mix shifted perhaps as well. the extra 4 doesn't do much, but it's 8-9. 8-9 is safe to cut, I think. It's 2 sevens here, so it's really bad. I think in Riichi you always got a side weight here, and MCR they like to keep it for some reason, but we are trying to set ourselves up for the mixed straight or the mixed shifted here in the lower end, but 2-3 is out already. You can get a closed hand, closed sow hand here as well, which might or might not be enough. Fusion doesn't matter here. Like if we get the 6s here and the 2 or the 3, I mean, we are golden, or we are good to go. We can cut a 1 here. We don't really have the mix shifted, but you're just trying to get efficiency and just figure out the points later on. Or like that's like bad strategy, but it's kind of bad strategy, but there's not much to do here. Like there's not much that we can do here. Closed or simple hand is not enough. We need the 3 pin and the 6 here for the short straight and the pure double sequence here, or we can win on the last 3. The last 3 is actually enough if we get a 6. Closed on yeah, that is enough, or if you keep it closed. Unfortunately, we don't have the straight. We just fed the person on the right, the 1, 2, 3, but they have the last 3 as well. Yeah, they have the last 3 dot as well, so we can't win on the 4th copy of that. The 6 pin has only 2 tiles left. Like in Riichi I would fold here, but like in MCR you just have to. There's only 1/6 of dot left. It's so bad, you know. Like I can go it, but we just don't have any value. Like I don't see it, or like perhaps I'm blind, but best case scenario. Okay, is that no one wins the 4-7 there with the 1, 2, 3, and we are second with 0 points. Thank you for watching, and I will see you next time.